Hi everyone, today is a super exciting day because today Richard and I are going to start planting out all the dahlias and annuals we've been growing from seed, and I've got over 360 dahlias. I think it's nearly 200 different varieties. I've got them all lined up here behind me. I'll give you a full overview of what the patio looks like because I've got everything organised with all the annuals down here too. And then what I do is I make a sort of spreadsheet or write in my notepad what I want in each particular group, and I organise them in my borders depending on what perennials and shrubs we've got in the borders, so that there's sort of a theme that goes on. That's what I like to try and do, and I have a lot of fun doing that every year, but I feel like we really need to get stuff in the ground today, so that's what we're going to do. I thought I'd bring you along. As I group them together, I'll put pictures up on the screen so you can see the sort of vibe that I'm going for, I suppose. I'm hoping that, you know, everything is going to be in bloom at the same time. I'm particularly hoping that some things are going to be flowering by the last part of July, because that's when we're having a wedding celebration in the garden, and these borders are going to be prime real estate for that wedding celebration. There'll be a big marquee in the middle, and there'll be sort of the flower arrangements around the side of the marquee. Anyway, let us get cracking with planting all these dahlias out. Let me show you what the patio looks like. So over here, starting with A at the back, I've lined up all the dahlias. So each plant pot is a variety, and then I just line them up in rows behind. Some of them I've had to double up because I've got so many. So I've got like 10 of one variety perhaps. So you can see here, this one is Rocco. So here I've got 2 rows of Rocco. I think I've got like 11 Rocco at the moment. But anyway, down to Z at the end there. Then we've got all the zinnias and the cosmos are lined up here with some poppies that are just about to flower. Then we've got over here, we've got statice. We've got some rudbeckia and salvia. We've got, this is all larkspur here, this big bunch of larkspur. Over here, right at the back, there are more poppies. Here we've got nicotiana and some snapdragons. And then this is amaranthus and celosia and some clarkia at the front. There's more snapdragons, amaranthus and celosia there. And over here on this step, we've got snapdragons, strawflower, and melope, and scabiosa, and just various other bits and pieces. Oh, that's where the rudbeckia is actually. Don't know what I was pointing at earlier that I said it was rudbeckia. And then these are the pots of schizanthus that I planted out a few days ago. And my bellis is starting to flower, so I grew that from seed as well. Now I'm going to gather up into crates for each different section, what we're going to plant in each different section. I'll carry them over to the borders, place them, and then hopefully Richard is going to help me plant them. I'll put a link in the description below to show you what we use when we're planting things out. It's fairly normal, ordinary, easy to come by multi-purpose plant food, and I find that's really good. So we're starting here in the top border, where these gorgeous obelisks are. These are from Harrod Horticultural, and they're absolutely, I love them so much. I love the colour, I love how big they are. And I'm starting to plant, so I'm starting from this end, and then I'll plant all the way down the row here. And I've placed the plants. I'm going to show you what I've chosen, and they kind of run along the same theme on this border. And then the dahlia bed, used to be the dahlia bed, it's now full of shrubs and perennials, but I'm going to plant in this bed too, and that's slightly different, and I'll show you how I try and sort of move the colours through the borders. So this border has a very sort of pastel scheme to it. We've got a couple of alliums at the moment. The lilac that's over here, that one has just finished blooming, so I've deadheaded it at the moment. There is quite a lot of this dark red auroch, so we're going to be taking some of that out. We don't need that much, and it's all self-seeded from one plant that I had last year. So I've taken quite a few out already, but I just don't need quite so much, and it gets very tall unless you pinch it out. So let's start from this end. So here I've done most things in a grouping of 3 or 5. So here we've got a grouping of statice. This statice is called pale blue. It's a statice seeker pale blue, and it's a gorgeous pastel blue colour which goes with the theme of this whole border. And then just past the alliums, kind of where it's going to hide some of the foliage as it dries down, here I've got some nicotiana, and this nicotiana is called Perfume Lime perfume lime. And again, I've planted 3 of them, and I do plant them quite close together. Now this Nicotiana, or Nicotiana, however you say it, only grows to 50 centimetres, so it's just sort of going to get up to the top of the allium leaves, so it will disguise those hopefully. And then if we move down the border, so this is where the Nicotiana is. Here, in front of this gorgeous rose, this is called Comte de Chambord, and you can see that it's just starting to bloom. You can also see my little bag in there that had the ladybird larvae in it. Sort of give it 7 to 10 days before I take the bag away and make sure they've all had a chance to escape. So right in front of this gorgeous pink rose, I've got a dahlia called Melissa Anna Maijiki. Someone did tell me how to pronounce it, and I've forgotten because it was last year. But it's a gorgeous, deep, sort of pinky purple colour, and it's got these lovely dark leaves. So I really like that. And this one grows to about 70 centimetres. So it's sort of going to come halfway up the rose. And then right next to it here, I've got one of the first of what I'm going to plant all the way along this border, which is a dahlia called Pink Silk, and it's new to me this year. And this one grows to about 80 centimetres. And so that's, you know, it's going to be nice at the front of the border. I tend to plant the shorter dahlias right at the front of the border so we can appreciate them. And it's a gorgeous pale pink colour. It really looks so pretty. I'm very excited about it. And then if I move the camera just a bit further on, we can see just tucked in the back here, so I've got some gorgeous thalictrum, which is really nice, a lovely white thalictrum. I've got 2 of those just sort of in the shadier area next to the viburnum. And then right in front of it I've popped a Nicotiana. This one is called Sylvestris, so it's lovely and white, so it will carry on the thalictrum theme of the white. But this one likes shade. You can plant this one in shade, and it grows to about 1.5 meters tall, so it's going to come just as tall as the thalictrum, I think. And so if the thalictrum stops flowering at any point, if I forget to deadhead it, then this Nicotiana is going to take over, and they get quite big, so I don't feel like I need to plant more than one of them there. This rose that we've got in front of the obelisk here, this is called Blush Noisette, and it is so cute, little roses. But right in front of it I've put 3 larkspur. This larkspur is called Pink Perfection, and I think it's going to be a gorgeous complement to everything that's going on around it. And again, I've planted them quite close together, and those are going to grow to about 1 metre tall. I didn't sow mine in the autumn, so they tend to be a bit shorter if you sowed them in late winter like I did. Right in front of it I've got a Spirea Gempii, and then just popped in here I've got 3 of one of my favourite snapdragons, and this one is Costa Silva. So that should get to about 75 centimetres with any luck. So it's going to be quite tall, and it'll be again another lovely pastel-y pink colour. So when I'm setting out all the dahlias and annuals, I tend to set them out in blocks. So that'll be the first block, and then the next block will be everything that goes around the lilac. Even though the lilac's not in flower, that's a purple lilac, so I tend to carry on the same theme. So that'll be the next block, and then the next block will be what's in front of the obelisk next to it, which is that obelisk there, and I carry on down the border. So I try to choose similar things, if not the same things, so that I've got a repeating pattern, because I think that's quite restful rather than dotting everything around. So I try to use similar things but then change a few things up. So I'll start introducing cosmos, and then towards the end where it moves on to more of the deeper colours, there'll be different dahlias down the other end as we head towards the other side of the garden. So let me show you what I'm going to plant in front of the lilac. So at the back here I've got a cosmos. This one is Cupcakes Blush, and it's the most beautiful, gentle, blushy colour, sometimes white, sometimes with a touch of pink, and sometimes the flowers have got like a inner circle of smaller petals, and it's just so beautiful. I really love it, and it gets huge. So that's what I've put either side. I've put another one this side of the lilac, and next to it I've put another one of the Nicotiana Sylvestris, which is the gorgeous tall white one, gets to about 1.5 meters. Then at the front here, in amongst the dead tulip foliage, or the foliage that's dying back, I've popped in some Vicaria. So I've put 3 plants in this side, and then 3 plants over here in this side as well. And that's just a really gentle pink, and they're kind of floaty and wafty, and I think it will help to disguise the dying foliage of the tulips with any luck. And then the other thing that I've popped in just behind the Vicaria is another dahlia. This one is called Bracken Ballerina. The Bracken Ballerina is going to get to about 1.2 meters tall, so it's going to pop up above that and be backed by the Cosmos, which I think is going to look really lovely, very pastely and beautiful. And then at the front of the border, I've basically done a repeat of what I did on this side here. And so here we've got three Melissa Anna Mariaki. I've got another pink silk on either side of this bunch of poppies here. We've got some more of the perfume lime Nicotiana. It's going to smell wonderful, hopefully. Got some more of the Costa Silva snaps, some more on the other side over there, and then at the front I've got some more of the pastel blue Status. And then over here there's another one of the Melissa Anna Mariakis. I'm going to, as I said, take out some of this purple auric or atriplex, whatever you want to call it, because there's way too much over there. So we have finished the top border. This entire bed has been planted with all the dahlias that I want to put in it and all the annuals, and I have popped in a couple of perennials. So let me go through the second half of what I planted, and I'll put pictures up on the screen again so you can see my vision. So we have cleared out loads of the auric. I've still left tall ones that I haven't pinched back. Certainly around the obelisk and at the back of the border here, and then the ones that I kept at the front I've pinched right back really hard so that they'll just form nice little pops of purple. Over in this area here I've put a bunch of larkspur, and I've put a mix of QIS white and misty lavender, and that's because I think the white will go really nicely with things that are in the border. I've got a white thalictrum here, I've got some sweet William there. There are just a few odd white things. There's also a Scabiosa fama white there. So I think it's going to go really nice. And I think this is Achillea the Pearl, which is also white. So I just think it's going to tie in really nicely. And then the misty lavender, I think, is going to go really nicely with things like the auric and also some of the dahlias that I've chosen. So we've got another Melissa Anna Mariaki here. This is white ballerina. Here we've got Rycroft Brenda T, which is white with a little pinky purple in the centre. Then these three here, so I've got three here. This is a new one for me, and this is called Chimicum Davi, and I am really looking forward to having that. It's quite short, which is why it's near the front of the border. I think Chimicum Davi grows to 80 centimetres, so almost 3 foot. And then I've popped a melope in the back there, and this melope is called blush pink, or pink blush, I think. So as we move around, we've got some more snaps. These are Costa Silver again, exactly the same. And then we've got a dahlia here called Abbey, which is a lovely large flowered dahlia. And then as we move along, you can see that I've I've popped Melissa Anamariiki all the way along the front of this border, because I just think if you continue a theme, that it looks really nice to just sort of have that accent all the way along a border. So there, I've put them all the way along the front here. And then I've also put here something that's a little bit similar, but I haven't grown it before, but it just looks a little bit lighter in colour than the Melissa Anamariiki, and it's called Cranberry Classic. So I've got 3 Cranberry Classics here. They're also a bit taller. They grow to about 1 metre, I think, Cranberry Classic. Also in this spot here, I've popped in some hardy perennials that I grew from seed. Now I grew these from seed last year, and then I buried them in the border, and they didn't grow too well, but they have come back this year. But I've put 3 of the chocolate drop penstemons here, and I think they're going to look really nice. They're like a lovely dark purple spire. They'll look really nice with the foliage on these dahlias. They'll look really nice with the auroch or atriplex. Then as we move along here, we've got another swathe of the Sika blue, pastel blue status, and then just behind I've popped in a couple of the bowling ball poppies, and these make really they make huge seed heads. So even if the flowers are over in July for the wedding celebrations, hopefully there'll be some really big seed heads there. Then in amongst the alliums, I've also popped in another of the Cupcakes Blush Cosmos. So that's just going to grow really nice and big and will hide any of the ugly foliage as it dies back. As we move along here, you can see the Sweet Williams are just coming out, but I've got some more of the Misty Lavender Larkspur, and then at the back here I've got a dahlia called Kelgai Ann or Kelgi Ann, and it looks really beautiful, and I'm really hoping that's going to be a lovely accent there. In this corner here, just on the edge of the border here, I've put some more of the lime green Nicotiana. And then if we come around the corner, I've got some more of the Misty Lavender Larkspur, and then just behind it is a dahlia called Thea Rose. So that's in amongst these alliums, which will be over pretty soon. By the time Thea Rose grows, I'll be able to cut back the alliums. And then just over in this corner here, I've planted some Omphalloides Argentine. So this is the first time that I've actually ever grown these from seed, but I'm really looking forward to having that sort of wafty white fluff there just in front of the yew tree. So that's the whole of this border planted up with our dahlias and annuals and some perennials, and that's pretty much this border done for this year. So we need to water everything in, but we're just waiting a little bit. We're going to run the irrigation system, but then we'll do a proper water once the sun goes down, because it's quite warm today. So whilst Rich was planting this border, I've been prepping this one. So we've weeded it, and I've cut back a lot of the things that needed cutting back, and I had some salvia in amongst the Eustacia viros, and that was very twiggy and looked like a lot of the top of it had died, probably killed by frost or something, but I've cut it back to new growth. And then I've just taken out lots of things that we didn't want there, like there are lots of self-seeded foxgloves right at the front of the border, and we don't need any of those. There's a little bit more tidying up to do. We need to move some yarrow that's on the other side, because there's too much there and it's going to get in the way of everything I want to plant. But that will be the next border that we do there. But that's it for today. I really hope you've had fun with us as we planted up the top border. As I said, we've got loads more to plant. It in fact doesn't even look like we've touched anything on the patio. It looks exactly the same, but we've put absolutely loads of plants in today, and I love this time of year. I love planting things and just dreaming about what it's going to look like in the future. Anyway, I really hope you've had fun with us. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.